Everyone, we're going to go ahead and get started with our Human Resources meeting. Today's date is November 20th, 2025. The time is 10:01 a.m. In attendance are Commissioners Eberline, Duncan, and Matari. I'm going to call this meeting to order. Are there any changes to the agenda? Hearing none. Public comment. Anyone wish to speak? Hearing none. We'll move to our first business item, reclassification results of judicial staff attorney reclassification, specialty court, and we will begin with Lexi Pack.
Good morning, Commissioners. Lexi Pack for the record. So at the October 16th HR meeting, specialty court came forward to ask for reclassification of the judicial staff attorneys. Using the Korn Ferry method, we evaluated the job description, or the updated job description that included their changes, and we are asking for the approval to move these judicial staff attorneys from ATP 1s to ATP 2s. The change is due to the requirements of passing the bar as well as taking on higher level cases. And this does align internally with other positions.
Thank you. Questions? Comments?
Well, a comment would be that if we approve the reclassification today, then coming forward will be the additional pay for these people. I understand that Stan is working on another matrix, but I don't know if that matrix is going to be approved mid-year or for FY27. So I just want to make sure the board knows that approving this today likely is going to be a $34,000 increase for this year, which I personally think it's because they're not able to hire people and because they're actually doing ATP 2 work, that it is a legitimate thing that we need to consider.
Commissioner Eberline?
That's my things that
You want to get your microphone?
I think it's proper at this point in time.
Well, do we have any idea of when we think this new matrix will be presented to the board for the prosecuting attorney?
HR still has not reviewed this matrix. We have not received the final version from Stan yet.
Okay.
So there
Come
is
on
an
up, Brandy.
updated one. I was informed.
I sent a final matrix, and I think Dorothy was part of it.
So
I
there,
was
Brandy?
told that Stan was waiting on HR.
so there are additional changes. He's updated it again, and we are
Stan changed it again?
correct.
Yeah, well, I guess just waiting for HR and prosecution.
So what is the downside from our next HR meeting approving the increases for those positions, because the legitimate should be ATP 2s, and then Stan putting the new matrix in? It just means that these certain positions are going to get another raise if the matrix
Yes.
changes?
It depends, because speaking of Dorothy, HR will go through and decide what grade to put all the attorneys at on the new matrix.
I think there's also the option that ATP 1 and ATP 2 could stay without
Okay.
a change, and Stan's will create a new matrix just for the prosecuting attorney.
Okay.
So, no, I do not anticipate, and Lisa is aware that Stan is doing this. She is not anticipating that it would lead to another increase later
Yeah.
for her people.
Just out of curiosity, because that would just mean another matrix we have to keep track of, right?
It would.
Yeah. And is there a benefit to having more matrices?
Yes and no. So it's not bad to have a matrix that's specific to a department. And like we have a separate matrix for the sheriff's department than we do for the rest of the county. That's what Stan is looking at, is prosecuting attorney is,
Yeah. But
he's rearranging all of his status. It could be just adding one more. Instead of having a different matrix, we could just add one more level. So we would have ATP 1, ATP 2, and then Stan's below that.
I guess the only thing is that, if we give this one group a raise today, right, to fill the positions, and they're on this new matrix, they will get a second raise.
They're not going to be on the new matrix, it sounds like.
Well,
That's if we make two matrices out
well,
of it.
except we could do one matrix and just move the ones Stan is doing to different so like right now we have ranges 1 through 17 for the general. So right now in the attorneys, we have ATP 1 through 5 and then ATP CD. We could just keep ATP 1, ATP 2 and add the differences just for those levels that Stan wants to change. So it could be 1, instead of going from 5 levels, we would go to 7 levels. Just like we have ranges now that
Well,
go.
I mean, I guess what we're trying to solve here is a vacancy based upon pay, right?
Yes.
Exactly.
So the matrix shouldn't drive the process. The pay should drive the process, right? So why don't we have something where we put them wherever they need to be for the pay with the understanding that they will keep that pay if we come up with a new matrix for Stan's office. And that way we keep one matrix, but these positions need to know
Yeah.
that if they're at a 5 today, if we move them to a 5 today, they might be at a 2 tomorrow based upon this new matrix,
Yeah.
so that the pay remains the same.
Yeah, there would be no problem with that. We would just need to ensure that,
As long as that's done, because the matrix shouldn't drive the process or the grade. The pay should drive the process, and
and
we
that's
fit them where.
actually what's driving the process of looking at the matrix, is the fact that the pay
Yeah.
needs to change.
I mean,
for
in
it.
the private sector, there's a personal matrix for every employee, right? So.
But we're not in the private sector.
That's right. So, but we don't want to have so many matrices that
Right.
everyone's now saying, well, what about me? And we're different and all that kind of stuff, because that becomes the argument. That my job is just a little bit different, so it should be treated a little differently too.
Well, but the sheriff's office is, I'm sorry, the
Prosecutors.
attorneys are a little bit different because of the education requirement and the bar requirement that nobody else in the county has to face. Sort of like in the sheriff's office, there's post requirements that no one else in the county
Yeah,
has to face.
I get
So-
that, but multiple matrices covering the same dollar amount doesn't seem to make sense. We should just put them inside the one matrix where the dollar amount is appropriate for the responsibility of the position.
I
And we'll,
don't think Stan would have a problem with that.
Yeah, well, I guess the question is, would the court system, specialty court, have a problem if we
I
just
don't believe
get them
so.
to the pay, and then when we get the new matrix, we move them to the correct grade and
I don't believe that Lisa
step.
would have a problem with that as long as we get them to correct pay. She's not looking for something beyond that.
Okay.
And my conversations with him sounded perfectly good.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I don't think anyone has a problem with the new matrix. It's just for these particular attorneys, so.
Right.
Yes, and they were special.
so,
Because
so can we get two commissioners to agree to either bring this forward on the business meeting for Tuesday or for the next HR, which would be December 4th?
And when you say this, you mean this
The
issue
pay,
or
the pay, because right now, today's the reclassification, but if we approve the reclassification, the pay has to come for a separate approval.
Yes, just as long as we have the mechanism in place to put them in the right place when a new matrix is updated.
And do
Yes,
we
we
have
can
the,
make sure that happens.
do we
Yeah.
have the new matrix?
No.
No, we're waiting on, Stan's working on it with HR and I guess our finance department still.
So it might be a good time to just put it on hold for till we get that taken care of.
Well, what we're thinking of doing is just putting them up there now, right?
A placeholder.
A placeholder, and then when the new matrix, wherever the matrix ends up, their pay remains the same, so they're not getting two raises.
Yes. Because he's struggling with trying to find good attorneys and all that kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. Yeah,
He cries on my shoulder.
you have a strong shoulder.
So it sounds like you have two to bring forward the,
I just want to clarify, so if you guys do go to a new matrix, it won't be the same exact pay, it'll be the closest step. So whatever step you guys agreed to that closest range of what you're paying the individual at this point.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
so,
we got to stop the bleeding.
yes. All right, so that concludes item 1.
well, I move that we approve the results of the judicial staff attorney reclassification.
Second,
Commissioner Everline,
aye.
Commissioner Duncan?
Aye.
Chair Matari?
Aye. Motion carries. Thank
And
you.
do you have a preference if they have to wait until the next HR, or it can be done on Tuesday's business meeting?
Whatever is most efficient and helps filling the positions.
Okay, so I would ask Tuesday's business meeting, so I don't know if that's something you guys can put on, and I'll let Terry know that's coming.
Typically, the departments
Okay.
ask for that, but I can work with Lisa. Sorry.
Okay.
I can work with Lisa, and we can make sure we get it on.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next up, item 2, separation with release agreement, information technology. This is an executive session. Do we want to go right into it?
Sure.
Okay, I'll take a motion to enter an executive session.
I move we enter into executive session pursuant to Idaho Code 742061B.
Second.
Commissioner Eberline?
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan?
Aye.
Chair Matari?
Aye.
Morning, Commissioners.
Wait until everyone.
And you won't need your microphone.
Oh,
10:20, I'll take a motion to exit executive session.
So be it.
I move we exit executive session with staff to proceed as discussed.
Second.
Commissioner Eberline?
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan?
Aye.
Chair Matari?
Aye. Motion carries. Next up, public comment. Anyone wish to speak? Hearing nothing, 10:20, meeting adjourned.